The fact that I love reading. Reading was a big part of my childhood. Reading saved my life. So Read to me internationally, it's just the fact that it was about reading and spending time with your family, because family is very important. And this is an activity that you can do with your children. So this is a thing that I can do with them and bond with them. And this is something that we have bonded over with reading.
I really like that it was offered virtually because I'm a stay-at-home mom and, I'm doing a lot of things in between the day and like rushing and picking up kids from school. So I really appreciated that they had that time slot in the morning. It was just really convenient to be able to have that, because I think if I had to go somewhere, and have it in person, although it would have been really nice, I don't think I would be able to do it since I would have to find someone to watch the kids.
I have two boys that I take care of most of the time. Alakai I'm a guardian to my grandson. He's 7 years old. A little rascal, but I gotten him to love reading just because of this program.
Well, before I was only maybe reading one book a month, only, or maybe a few times only. Then when it got to more, my daughter started wanting to read more books with us. So she's got interested in more books there. And she would describe books and look at pictures and tie to the point to ask what it is. I said, okay, we've got to read more than for you now because you're interested more in a book than actually just sitting there staring at TV all day long.
I think that's what I really enjoyed, was that after the 6-week course, you had so many other things that we could still be involved in, because my kids are a little bit younger. I look forward to when they get older, for them to be able to really participate and even go to the different read aloud events that you guys have at like Raising Cane's and, Akahala Mall. I really like that it's not just something that you guys teach and then just leave us alone. You guys actually have other opportunities for us to be able to get involved and continue to foster the love of reading with my kids.
Well, for me, for a 62-year-old woman, mother of 6, it just helped me be better and to improve on what I was doing, because when I went through the program, I was like, oh, I've been doing them right. But they gave me ways to improve and to do better. Because nowadays, how we learn as young kids, they're not learning the way we did. They're learning it differently.
My benefits joining, you get to learn to read to the kids. Basically, you take your time and you get to learn new books and see what other books they have out there besides the one you have at home. It's a little smaller when you start out first and you get bigger books, so.
That felt so good because, having an instructor taking the time to come out to study with me, as it were, teacher, student. The class is a big class, a small class, whatever the size of the class, but you learn about each other individually. Like I've learned my grandson's weakness, my great-grandson's weakness, what they like, they don't like, and that's what she was able to do for me. So going to the classes was something I look forward to, and it strengthened me to know that they were committed in what they were going to do for me. They were there to help me learn how to read effectively.
What I would hope for my children, at least, is that they learn to love reading and not have that mental block that reading is such a chore or it's so boring, but seeing what kind of worlds and opportunities that are open to them because of the love for reading. It's also a way for us to pass down memories and moments and values with our kids that live longer than we do. That's gonna be there even when we're not. So I think that it's being able to give them this opportunity to have this skill to help them not just with reading and education, but even for life.
Are you kidding? That was the best part of the program. Because like I said, I didn't know I was going to get to keep the books in the very beginning, but there was so many different kinds of book. And one of my favorite, I think, was a book, I can't remember the title, but when you read it, you make the sounds. Yeah, so every time you read, you make the sounds, or whether what it is. And that was so much fun when I had to do it with the kids. When we did it outside where we have a little area that the kids play in. So when we had to do it, was so much fun. We had more fun doing the sounds and everything else than reading the book. Even I got involved. But see, that's the type of thing that you want to do. It's not just reading and listening. It's getting them to be proactive and actively doing what you want them to do.
My oldest has medical needs and developmental delays, so with him, seeing his progress of learning was a little bit different from her. I think what I loved about him was that once he finally understood like what reading was and that he could finally recognize things in the book, that was such a good bonding moment for us. Sometimes people feel like they don't want to read to kids because like, it's like, oh, don't read to them. Like they don't even know how to read, like they don't even understand. But then I was thinking like, we don't stop talking to children just because they can't talk, right? Like you talk to them so that they can learn how to talk. And so I think that's how I see it with reading aloud too. Like I want to read aloud to my kids because eventually they will learn how to read. And it's a value that I want to teach them.
It's beneficial if parents should join, because not only will it strengthen to help them read to their children, but it also will help with the family time and the family bonding. So I think it'll be very beneficial. It's fun, it's free. There's a lot of parents that can't afford books. So for a child to have that book in their hand, you'll be amazed the smile that it puts on their face because they have something and it's all theirs.